Right now at 6, support for veterans. A Wisconsin congressman is introducing a resolution to let veterans know they are not alone. And an academic groundbreaking. Luther High School begins work on a state-of-the-art facility that administrators say will open up more opportunities for student career development.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Tomah police have identified the man they believe is responsible for an early Monday morning shooting at the city's Super 8 hotel. According to an official release today, police say 23-year-old Crimson Perea shot a victim twice at the 900 block of East McCoy Boulevard. Police say the victim was able to disarm Perea and then fled to the city's Super 8 hotel, where staff called 911. Police say they found Perea at an apartment complex on Berry Avenue after responding to a call of someone bleeding profusely. Perea is in Monroe County Jail for charges of first-degree attempted homicide, aggravated battery, recklessly endangering safety, as well as negligent handling of a dangerous weapon. Eau Claire City Police are asking for the public's help in finding a missing teenager. Police say 14-year-old Koya Olson was last seen on June 11th and last spoke to her family on June 14th. Police say she ran away from home and they have now exhausted earlier leads. So anyone with information is encouraged to call Detective Chaz Walton at that number on your screen. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office is reminding the public what to do if you accidentally call 911. The Sheriff's Office says between 7 a.m. and 2 o'clock today, dispatch got 33 911 calls, and 24 of them were hang-ups. Now, police want to remind everyone that if your phone is maybe in a pocket or a cup holder, it can accidentally call 911. And if an accidental call happens, police say you should stay on the line and tell the dispatcher that there is no emergency. Because if you don't stay on the line, police have to assume there is an emergency and will then begin to trace and call you back. A heads up for drivers who pass through La Crosse's south side. A portion of South Avenue will be closed starting tonight at 7 p.m. The closure is going to be in place around the railroad tracks near the intersection of Green Bay Street. Crews will be working on the railroad crossing, and there will be detours posted using Jackson Street and Losey Boulevard. That closure is expected to end on Monday at 6 in the morning. U.S. military veterans are 1.5 times more likely to commit suicide than other citizens. That's according to a study by Brown University. Now, Wisconsin 3rd District Congressman Derek Van Orden and 15 other representatives are now introducing a resolution to help veterans who are struggling with their mental health. The resolution would set November 12th as National Warrior Call Day. The day is meant to encourage Americans to contact a veteran or active duty service member and let them know they are not alone. While the official call day is November 12th, Van Orden says it's never the wrong time to call.
You do not have to wait till November 12th. You do not. You can call a veteran or a National Guard folk right now or an active duty service member. You can call them today.
Van Orden says this resolution has bipartisan support. And if you are a veteran and are struggling with your mental health, you can call 988 and then push 1. That will bring you to a veteran support hotline. Wisconsin Republicans in the legislature's budget committee are announcing a $3.5 billion income tax cut proposal. The plan says the average tax cut would be 15% for all filers, or about $573. The state would also go from 4 to 3 tax brackets, with the lowest bracket at 3.5% and the highest going to 6.5%. Now, Democrats in the state capitol argue the cuts will disproportionately favor the wealthy. Republican lawmakers will also cut $32 million from the University of Wisconsin system's budget. This will leave the university nearly $500 million short of what it requested. Republicans say the $32 million they're cutting is what they estimated it would cost to run campus diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. UW's president has warned of tuition increases if the system's budget is not increased, and Governor Tony Evers has threatened to veto the entire state budget if the system's budget is cut. 2 people are injured after a small plane crashed into a neighborhood in Waunakee, Wisconsin on Wednesday. That's near Madison. According to officials, the plane lost power and then collided into a parked van on a residential street. The 2 people on board sustained minor injuries. No residents were reported to be injured. The U.S. Coast Guard said today the missing submersible that set out to see the Titanic suffered a catastrophic implosion. Debris has been found on the ocean floor, and all on board are believed to be dead. Roxana Saberi has the latest from Boston.
4 days after the submersible Titan was last seen, the U.S. Coast Guard said a remotely operated underwater vessel found something in the search area near the Titanic.
An ROV, or remote operated vehicle, from the vessel Horizon Arctic discovered the tail cone of the Titan submersible. The ROV subsequently found additional debris. The debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
Titan, owned by the OceanGate Company, was taking 5 people to see the Titanic wreckage when it went missing on Sunday.
According to OceanGate's court filings, at least 46 people successfully traveled on its submersible to the Titanic wreck in 2021 and 2022. Still, the company has faced criticism for years.
It follows no code and follows no jurisdiction.
Engineer Bart Kemper was part of a marine technology group that has expressed concerns over OceanGate's continued operation without what the group said is typical certification.
How rare is it for something like this to happen?
We have not lost a non-military submersible before. We've had failures, we've had fatalities, but we've never had this type of incident happen before.
The Titan crew included a British billionaire, a Pakistani businessman and his son, a Titanic expert, and OceanGate CEO Stockton Rush. Roxana Saberi, CBS News, Boston.
In a statement, OceanGate called the men true explorers and said, quote, "Our hearts are with these 5 souls and every member of their families during this tragic time."
Well, sure, it was a very hot day today once again across the Coulee region as our high temperatures were into the upper 80s and some of us even to the low 90s as well. Lots of sunshine, but for tonight we're going to be dropping into the 50s and 60s here again. 60 in West Salem, 65 Berry Mills, and 59 southeast there in Middle Ridge. As we head to our southern communities, southern zones, we're looking at lows tonight into those low 60s, 62 in Brownsville, 62 as well in Stoddard, 61 though in Viroqua, at 59 in Westby. And as we head back north into the central zones, we're looking at lows into the 50s and 60s, 55 Melrose, 52 there in Black River Falls, a little cooler, 61 in Arcadia. However, Mondovi, you're looking at 62 as well, 59 to the north in Osseo. Speaking of to the north, here's a check on our northern zones in the Chippewa Valley tonight. You're looking at lows into the 60s mainly. In Clark County, however, you're looking at lows tonight into the 50s further east. 8 to 8 forecast showing that mostly clear skies will be in place. Temperatures going from the 80s and 70s this evening to the 60s as we head into overnight into early tomorrow morning.
Derek, thanks very much. And just to tail on to his first forecast, an air quality alert does remain in effect for most of our viewing area. It'll be active for the counties you see in dark gray. The National Weather Service says the air for those areas is at unhealthy levels for people with sensitive respiratory systems. So kids, older adults, and people with breathing issues should be staying inside. This alert is in effect for those Wisconsin counties until 11 o'clock tomorrow night and 9 p.m. tomorrow for those Minnesota counties. Faculty and students at Luther High School in Onalaska are getting an upgrade. The school is breaking ground today on a new state-of-the-art center for advanced manufacturing learning. The school today is also recognizing a grant from the Ronald and Joyce Wanek Foundation that will pay for equipment and career development opportunities for the students within that new center. Project leaders say this investment is going to benefit everyone in the community.
Advanced manufacturing is important because it creates wealth for an area. It brings money to an area. And that's what it's all about, a positive balance of trade. And that's going to be very important for this area.
Now, Luther's advancement director says this new center is going to fill an academic void.
Right now, this is the biggest missing puzzle piece we had, and now we have it. So for us as a school, now when a family or a student looks at Luther, there's no aspect of their academic career that we can't help them with, especially with the quality education we already have.
Experts say students will be able to learn about trades such as advanced robotics, welding, and an advanced woods program. Construction on the center is expected to be finished by January of 2024. Still ahead, a Vietnam veteran is using music to overcome past trauma. Our own Michael Germain will have that story right after this.
Get over 50% off on this sofa chaise right now at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Everything's on sale. Incredible deals. up to 60% off lists throughout the store, and up to 70% off on clearance items. What a sale. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Bret Michaels Party Gras 2023, Saturday, August 12th, Ho Chunk Gaming, Black River Falls. From over 50 million albums sold comes the Poison hits and solo hits live. All from the man who starred in VH1's Rock of Love, The Masked Singer on Fox, and ABC's Greatest Hits. Bret Michaels Party Gras 2023. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Must be 21 years to attend. Ho Chunk Gaming reserves the right to cancel or alter shows at any time. All ticket sales final, no refunds.
The results are in for the 10th annual Best of La Crosse County. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to see the winners in every category. Thank you to everyone who participated, and congratulations to all the winners. Here's one of the many businesses that won this year.
100 years ago, we invented the overhead garage door. Today, we are still hard at work leading the industry and servicing our community. So the next time your garage door needs service, call the genuine, the original overhead door company of the Seven Rivers region.
Serving in a war takes years of training and preparation. News 8 Now's Michael Germain joins us live in studio to introduce us to one Vietnam War veteran who overcame his PTSD in a unique way. Good evening, Michael.
Ken, a Vietnam veteran overcomes PTSD through the music in the documentary Apache Blues. The two film directors told the story of Vietnam veterans from a multi-year journey into the lives of veterans before and after the war. War veteran Duana Bloor and soundtrack composer Dan Kuba grew their friendship through the music in Apache Blues. Kobe says he faced challenges in composing the soundtrack because he wanted the songs to have meat and power.
Started doing a lot of this to help future vets. Maybe you might want to call it taking corners.
Apache Blues is scheduled to play at the Dances with Films Festival. The film will play only July 2nd at 5 p.m. at the famous TLC Chinese theaters.
All right, Michael, thanks very much. For more information on tickets and pricing, it'll be on danceswithfilms.com. We will include a link to this accompanying article on news8000.com. Coming up next tonight at 6, one bookstore in Winona will have you coming in for a book and have you leave wanting a cat.
Hot and dry weather conditions look to continue as we round out the work week. Stay tuned. Coming up next after the break, I'll have a check on your full weather forecast, plus what we can expect as we head into this weekend, and also a sneak peek at next week. All that and more in just a bit.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
This is how legends are. 2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Loctite Power Grab Adhesive is high strength, paintable, and reduces the need for clamping with 0-second instant grab. A 9-ounce tube of all-purpose construction adhesive is only $2.99 after rebate. Continue your renovations with Great Lakes Vinyl Plank flooring. They're durable, waterproof, and easy to install, featuring an attached pad for added comfort and noise reduction. Heritage Vinyl Plank is $3.29 per square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Isn't it time you turn your backyard into the oasis you've always wanted? Come to La Crosse Fireplace Company and find your outdoor setup. Imagine gathering with family and friends around your wood-fired pizza oven. Sit back and relax around your new gas fire table, available in different sizes and styles to fit your lifestyle and budget. Stop in this month and receive 15% off outdoor living. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
When foot pain is breaking your heart, a mother's story.
My foot pain got really bad after I had my son. I didn't have any energy left to play with him.
She tried various tricks and treatments.
A lot of those disposable throwaway inserts.
Nothing worked, till she got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
I could feel like something was happening.
Something good.
It's been a life changer.
For Elisa and her now not-so-baby boy.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. Pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. Don't miss instant savings on select items up to $1,000 off. And all veterans and active military will receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
Well, it sure was a very hot and steamy day across the Coulee region yet again today, and we saw lots of sunshine to go along with it as well. We got clear skies in the forecast for tonight with temperatures dropping into the 50s and 60s all around La Crosse County here. And as we head south into our southern zones, we're looking at low nights into the 50s and 60s as well, with a low expected to be 62 in Stoddard. Meanwhile, 59 tonight in Soldiers Grove. It will be 61 if you're in Viroqua. Now into the central zones we go. A little bit further to the north, we got a combination of seeing the low to mid 50s further east, but a combination of the low 60s further back towards the west mainly, with a low of 59 in Whitehall and 55 in Melrose. We're looking at 54 in Sparta, and back to the western Arcadia, you're looking at lows tonight around 61 degrees. Now meanwhile to the north in the Chippewa Valley across our northern zones, we're looking at lows into the 50s and 60s. The 50s are mainly again further to the east in Clark County there, 63 tonight in Chippewa Falls, 59 however in Augusta, and a low of 64 with just a few passing clouds if you're in Eau Claire. So the forecast overall tonight in La Crosse County, 65 degrees, mostly clear, slightly on the warm side, wind speeds looking light and variable. For the day tomorrow, much hotter, highs reaching 94 degrees, partly cloudy skies and wind speeds looking light and variable. Let's get a check on your zone forecast for the day tomorrow in La Crosse County. And as you can see, most of our locations are going to be into those low to mid 90s tomorrow. 90, however, Soldiers Grove, 88, a little cooler in Viroqua, and 94 in La Crescent. Highs reach 90 though if you're in Melrose, 89 in Alma Center, 90 in Black River Falls, and across our northern zones in the Chippewa Valley, we're looking at high temperatures tomorrow into those mid to upper 80s, some spots reaching those low 90s during tomorrow afternoon. So Sky Tracker now here for tonight, looking mainly clear, a few passing clouds, a slight chance of a shower mainly to the north here is possible, but for the most part high pressure continues to dominate our weather pattern, which we'll get to here in a second. Do want to show you tomorrow morning though. First, looking at mostly clear skies heading into the first half of tomorrow, and you can see that same trend does continue as we head into tomorrow afternoon. A slight chance of a shower is possible, otherwise we can expect a mainly clear day here once again for the day tomorrow. I am watching showers and thunderstorms, however, associated with a weak frontal system back towards the west, and that could increase our rain chances as we head into this weekend. But of course, we're still underneath this very strong upper level ridge of high pressure that continues to dominate our weather pattern. We've been talking about this setup here for the past several days, and unfortunately it's just not going away anytime soon. At least we have to get through these hot temperatures in the next couple of days. However, here comes a low pressure system. This upper low is forecast to move in from the west, and that system is going to help give us a break in the ridging pattern, which means it will give us a break in the hot temperatures. And we're talking about cooler temperatures on the way behind it, and out in front of it we're also talking about the chances of, yes, seeing some showers and thunderstorms associated with it as it moves in here this weekend. And then we're turning much cooler as highs turn a little bit more seasonable into the low to mid 80s as we head into next week. Back to you.
Derek, thanks very much. And just to add on to that report, an air quality alert does remain in effect for most of our viewing area. It'll be active for the counties that are shaded in dark gray right now. The National Weather Service says the air in those areas is at unhealthy levels for people with sensitive respiratory systems. So kids, older adults, and people with breathing issues are encouraged to stay inside, limit that time spent outdoors. This alert is in effect for our Wisconsin counties in dark gray until 11 p.m. tomorrow, and then for our Minnesota counties in dark gray until 9 p.m. tomorrow. Well, tonight kicks off the 48th annual Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pull out in Tomah. Festivities began earlier this afternoon, along with a luncheon for people to meet some of the top pullers in the country. Organizers say this event is important to the community and shows off a bit of Wisconsin flair.
This is a great event for our area, for economic development, and just to showcase Wisconsin and Western Wisconsin too.
The Truck and Tractor Pull will have events running through the end of the weekend on Sunday. If you're going for the first time, just remember to bring some earplugs with you. It gets quite loud. Well, in honor of Adopt a Cat Month, Winona's oldest and largest used bookstore is honoring our furry friends. Paperbacks and Pieces Bookstore has partnered with Winona Area Humane Society to bring a special summer story time today. Winona native and author Jenny Birch read from her latest book, Junkyard Tough, A Tale of Bravery. It follows the story of a cat named Boots who goes through some challenging times and learns what it means to be brave. Birch says this book is all about giving back to her community.
And so it was all printed in Winona, edited in Winona, sold in Winona and the surrounding area. And so through Junkyard Tough, I'm really trying to make a difference in the community. And one good example of that is doing events like this.
That's awesome. The main character of Birch's book is based on the story of her real cat, who was also from a junkyard. Now, a portion of today's proceeds from sales of the book will go toward Paperbacks and Pieces Bookstore. Coming up next in sports, the Twins looking for a series split against Boston. Plus, UWL women's basketball team got their head coach on Tuesday, and now the men's squad is filling that void earlier today. Rob has that breakdown and more next.
The Board Store, the best products, best prices, and best people for all home improvements. Contact us today for a prompt, free estimate.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Need a new recliner for Dad? We have hundreds of recliners all on sale and in stock. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
When the week began, the men's and women's basketball teams at UW La Crosse
were still both in need of a head coach. On Tuesday, La Crosse native Moran Lonning was named head coach of the women's team, and now just 2 days later, the Eagles have found their next leader. On the men's side, it was a solid campaign for UWL this past season. The Eagles going 19-7, 10-4 in conference play, ultimately falling to UW Whitewater in the semifinals of the WIAC tournament. Former head coach Ken Dernbach spent 6 seasons at UWL, but in late April, Dernbach decided to return to UW Stevens Point, this time as the head coach of the Pointers. That left a void in La Crosse, but on Thursday, that void was filled. The Eagles announcing that West Allis native JT Gritzmacher will take over as the 25th men's basketball coach in school history. Gritzmacher spent the past 3 seasons as the head coach at Bryant and Stratton College in Wauwatosa. He compiled a 57-30 overall record with the Bobcats, including winning a single-season school record 26 games this past season. Gritzmacher is a UW Whitewater grad, also served as the Warhawks assistant coach from 2015 until 2017. How about this? The Panthers' phenomenal run continues. What a calendar year it's been for West Salem sports, and another team achieving a ton of success recently. The West Salem Trap team taking 2nd place overall with a score of 481 at the Clay Target League State Tournament in the town of Rome. Panthers just 1 bird shy of a 1st place finish. And a big congrats to Olivia Burchell, who placed 1st in the varsity female category with a score of 97. Twins looking for the series split against Boston. 1st inning, Carlos Correa at the dish, and this ball is absolutely crushed deep to left. No doubt about that one. Solo shot for Correa makes it 1-0 Minnesota, and the homer parade continues later in the inning. Byron Buxton, look out. How far is this one going? Monster blast to left, 466 feet. I think it went a little further than that. This Twins fan is loving it right here. That makes it 2-0 Minnesota. Buxton wasn't done. He tries to outdo himself in the 3rd. Another moonshot, this one to center, 465 feet for his 2nd homer of the game. Twins go up 5, and that was more than enough for Joe Ryan. A complete game 3-hitter for Ryan, 9 strikeouts on the day. Twins get the shutout win 6-0. Ryan gets a bath after it's all done. What a start. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Blain's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now. We're saluting the red, white, and blue with unbeatable deals on everything you need to celebrate outdoors. Like these 2-pound bags of Blain's Freedom Gummy Bears, just $5.99. Assorted life jackets, tow tubes, and ski ropes, 20% off. New at Blain's, this special buy Duraflame Mini Fire Pit, only $39.99. And these folding camp chairs, just $11.99. Rewards members save an extra $2.
Find value at Blain's Farm and Fleet.
Shaking, engine-revving truck and tractor pulling returns to Recreation Park, Tomah, Wisconsin, June 22nd through the 24th with the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pull. Tomah will host the top competitors from across the nation in 5 action-packed sessions over the course of 3 days on 2 competitive pulling tracks. For more information, go to TomahTractorPull.com. That's TomahTractorPull.com. Join us in Tomah, Wisconsin, June 22nd through the 24th for the Budweiser Dairyland Super National Truck and Tractor Pull.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless sofas and recliners, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait, it's time for stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Well, that's all the time we have. We're going to have to cut Derek off tonight at 6. We'll see him at 10, though. We hope to see you as well.
See you later.